Welcome everyone to this Speaker X session. And our Speaker X for today is yet another absolute crazy, passionate personality from the Millionaire Dentist Hub community. Someone who has blindly followed every teachings, whether it is any of our MDF courses or the Life Excel course. And, someone who is from a very small town but created miracles, not just in his practice, but in his life as well. So, once again, guys, put your hands together to welcome Dr. Tushar Darade, our Speaker X for the day. So, yes, Tushar, good morning and welcome to Speaker X. Your thoughts?
Good, good morning, sir. Hello and good morning, all lovely people present in here, ICM. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful opportunity to share my success with you all. अपने गुरु के सामने अपनी सक्सेस जर्नी क्या शेयर करना, नहीं क्या? गुरु को सब पता होता है कि पहले आप कितने पानी में थे और अभी कितने अच्छे से तैरना सीख गए हैं. ऐसे ही नहीं बोलते गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वरा गुरुर साक्षात परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Anyways, I will share my journey with you all because I know the value of sentence. One idea or thought from any session can change your life upside down. This sentence is itself a very powerful because I have experienced it in my life. Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful platform.
Wonderful. So, what a beginning, right? So, good to have you, and I'm personally very happy to have you here. So, just want you to introduce yourself. Okay, where from where you are, where do you stay, how is your town, since how many years you are practicing, and whatever, like just basic introduction of yourself.
Yes, sir. Myself, Dr. Tushar Darade. I'm practicing dentist since 11 years in Sonai near Shani Singnapur, district Ahmednagar. Actually, it's a place with around 20-25,000 population. I have graduated from CSMSS Dental College, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar in 2010. Happily married to my beautiful wife Archana, having two kids, Samarth and Avnish. And one more identity I forgot to tell about a proud life Excelite from 2022 batch who is living Excel life since then and proud member, gold, silver, diamond member of MDF community.
Okay, wonderful. So yes, Tushar is there everywhere, and now, guys, imagine, okay, someone who practices in a town size of 25,000 population. Can you believe it? Okay, and so Tushar, how was the practice before you became part of this wonderful community?
सर, इसके लिए प्रैक्टिस का मैं अपने आप को एक्चुअली वापस दोबारा इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहता हूँ ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर देने के लिए. कैन आई?
Yes, please go ahead.
In other way, like before you are student and being your community member, the difference between both. I was 92 kg before and now I'm 72 kg. I was getting up at 8:30 a.m. now wakes up at 4 a.m. Exercising once a year, that to first few days of Jan. You all know that New Year resolution wala funda. Now exercise and fitness is my lifestyle because I believe that fitness is a lifetime process. From person who never give time to family to person who spends almost all his time with his wife and kids except clinic timing. A man who was always confused to a man who is very much clear, precise, lucid about his life and discipline. From a person who never did charity to a person who is hardcore believer of give and you will receive more. Since then doing charity regularly. A man with 60 lakhs of debt to a debt-free life. A man with 70K monthly income to a man with almost 6 times practice growth. Trust me, I was getting 72K per month in 2018 and now I am paying 1.5 lakhs to my consultant monthly. This is how my life is evolved after your course. I remember your one sentence, sir. Life Excel is not a course to attend. It's a way of life to live. And I can proudly say you all, I am living the life in Excel way all the time. Thank you so much, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you understood, how it was before. Okay. So and it's a powerful transformation, isn't it? And guys, I always say this to, all of you, that you need to follow things blindly. In fact, I'll tell you something very interesting. I share this with all my patients as well. So a lot of times when, I'm sure all of you see these kind of patients more and more in number nowadays, where people are, more skeptical. People just don't trust their dentist. People always have a question mark here, like the Paresh Rawal in Judai, isn't it? And I always tell them, like, you tell them implants, you tell them FMR, you talk about disimpaction, you talk about flap surgeries, and they are like, shall I do it, shall I not, kind of. So people always have this kind of skepticism all around. And it's not that they're wrong. The point is, the world is filled with a lot of fake things. Okay. But I always tell to all of you, and I say the same thing to our patients, you should do a lot of homework. I say this to the patients, you should do a lot of homework before searching or finding a good dentist or doctor. Okay. Or a lawyer also, for that matter. But once you find one, you should trust the person blindly. The same thing applies to your practice, your life growth as well. You take whatever efforts you want to take, okay, to find out the right mentor who can guide you in the right way. But the best way to get the results is to surrender to your mentor blindly. This is the only way to excel in life. I've seen so many people who attend different kind of courses and they're like, "Arey yaar, maza nahi aaya. It was okay-ish, okay? It was just a hype or whatever." And people's, okay, I did 2 implant courses. I still don't know how to do implants. I did FMR course, but it's just good to look rather than do. And so people just don't understand. The worst thing that, a lot of people do is when you learn something from the expert, you put your brain into it. That's the worst thing you can do to yourself. If you had that level of brain, trust me, you would have been on the other side of the table. Okay. But it is only because, we did whatever we could. And then we wanted someone to guide and take us to the next level. Now you yourself have found by choice that someone, that person. You go to that person, pay that fees, pay that time, efforts. Then that person gives you something. And what you do after that, you put your brain into it. Trust me, that's the worst thing you can do. You should follow the person blindly till either you succeed or you get enough conviction and proofs that this doesn't work, which will rarely happen. Which will rarely happen. Always remember. Okay. So following your mentor blindly is the best way to get the results. And one of the finest results you can see here in Tushar. Okay. So Tushar, how did you find me and this community?
सर सबसे पहले तो 2018 में एक्चुअली डेंट एक्सेल कोर्स था. जबरदस्ती पुश किया गया था मुझे डॉक्टर किरण खांडे सर ने कि भाई तू आ जा, प्लीज आ जा, ऐसे बोला था. अभी भी मुझे याद है. तो मैं उनके कहने पे आया था. देन माय जर्नी स्टार्ट विथ यू. एंड उसके बाद जब मैंने एमडीएफ किया, उसके बाद एक्सेल किया, उसके बाद पब्लिक स्पीकिंग किया, सब कुछ एक भी नहीं छोड़ा आपका कोर्स. और 4 स्लाइड है पूरी, इसमें 4 स्लाइड जिसने मेरी लाइफ बदल दी लाइफ एक्सेल में. फर्स्टली वी विल स्टार्ट विद पटेल. उसमें जो अपने पटेल भी का है, लाइफ में 4 अलग-अलग चेहरे थे. इज इट
Tushar,
ओके?
your internet connection is unstable actually. Can you come again with those 4 slides or 4 powerful things that change your life?
या इज इट
Uh, Guys, it's yeah, voice is breaking. Even your video is also breaking actually. So say something. We'll come to know that. It was very clear in the beginning. Okay.
इज इट ओके सर नाउ?
Not yet, honestly. Okay. Is there a better way to connect?
Sir, I will rejoin. Actually, my phone is getting hang. Sorry for that.
No, now I think it's better.
Okay. Is it
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. It's okay. Yes, you can put your
Okay,
video
sir.
up. That's fine.
Four.
We'll have this podcast.
Yeah. Four slides from Life Excel has changed my life. Firstly, we will start with personal Excel. That self-belief slide. What you think of yourself, what others think of you, what you want others to think of you, and what you really are. ये जो चार है, all should be same. ऐसे लिखा था मैंने मेरे वर्कबुक में और उस तरह से मैंने काम शुरू कर दिया. उसके बाद second one from Wealth Excel, money management. In that jar system, that changed my life. And I am using physical jar system now also.
Wow.
I'm never short of any money in any of my jar because of this. In that jar, I have a special one, that is charity. I make sure that it will get empty and then again I refill it. Third slide from Practice Excel, power of network. Your network is your network. After this session now, I took part in social organization in Sonai and maintain one rule there. Never play politics there. And it helps me a lot. Then again, one more thing, that meet general practitioners, that is also a good learning for me. Actually, my clinic is 40 kilometers away from my home. So I was never active socially in my working place. After this session, I applied these all learnings and all game changes there itself. And the fourth slide from Family Excel, the more powerful for me. Relationship with spouse, parents, kids, mainly with spouse. उसमें एक learning थी sir, unconditional acceptance. That was a game changer in my life. Affirmations and creative visualizations helped me a lot to improve my relationship with my spouse. I remember that 1 crore वाला सेशन जो आपने एकदम लास्ट में बोला था फैमिली में, वो होने के बाद मैंने 8 दिन तक वो सोच रहा था कि ये सब है और उसके बाद मेरी लाइफ पूरी बदल गई सर. आई रिमेम्बर योर वन सेंटेंस, चेंज योर हैबिट एंड योर वर्ल्ड विल चेंज. ये सुनकर मैंने अपने हैबिट्स पे काम शुरू कर दिया. मेडिटेशन, बुक रीडिंग, एक्सरसाइज, अफर्मेशन रीडिंग, मॉर्निंग प्रेयर, ग्रेटिट्यूड राइटिंग, गोल राइटिंग, क्रिएटिव विजुअलाइजेशन, वेकिंग अप बिफोर 5 AM, भगवान का नाम संकीर्तन. इन सब अच्छी हैबिट्स जो भी मैंने लाइफ एक्सेल से सीखी ना, उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन मेरे लाइफ में शुरू कर दिया. मैं बिना भूले इन सब हैबिट्स को रोज प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ 3 साल से. क्योंकि आपने एक बात कही थी सेमिनार में और लाइफ एक्सेल में भी, वो मेरे दिमाग में आज भी घर करके बैठी है. यू डोंट नीड टू वर्क ऑन योर प्रैक्टिस टू इंक्रीज योर प्रैक्टिस. ऑल यू नीड इज टू वर्क ऑन योर सेल्फ. और तब से मैं अपने आप पे बहुत काम कर रहा हूँ सर.
Powerful, isn't it? How many of you really think this was absolute powerful share? Okay. For those who don't know, guys, Life Excel is a year-long, you can call it a course to begin with, okay, that we conduct and where we work on all 4 pillars of your life: your personal self, you yourself, your professional growth, then your financial literacy, and your relationships. Okay. And I always say this, that Life Excel is not a course to attend. It's a way of life you should start living. And I'm sure you remember the list what Tushar just mentioned. Okay, right from waking up early to practicing gratitude, practicing affirmations, practicing writing the goals, strangest secret, creative visualization, prioritizing, prayer, and whatnot and whatnot. Okay, so for those of you who really want to take this to the absolute next level, just want to tell you something. Coincidentally, the Life Excel starts in the month of November. Okay, and to know more about Life Excel, I'm going to conduct a Life Excel showcase, a preview webinar of Life Excel on next Sunday, 20th of October at 9 AM. Okay, so if you are someone who want to know more about it, you can, okay, I'll just put the link below this video as well. and in our groups also. Register for that preview webinar, and you never know, your life can also change, like, not just like Tushar, but many of our community members who have really changed their life completely. Okay, so many things Tushar started implementing. So and very powerful shares, like, one from each Excel. So like from personal Excel, you said about those four images when it comes to working on your self image. When it comes to wealth Excel, the jar system by T Harvaker, that I tell you people. So when it comes to practice Excel, your networking. Family Excel is your relations with your parents, your kids, effective parenting, and husband-wife relations. So it just goes to the whole new level when you actually and sincerely implement all these things. So Tushar, you are someone who has not just attended all these things, whether it is Dent Excel, Life Excel, Silver, Gold, Diamond level, of our community, but someone who has actually, have become every single topic, every single distinction that I created, in different courses actually. So if I ask you, like, what are the top three things that help you to grow your practice? Let's talk about specifically about the practice. 25,000 population town, guys, think about it, how much money you can make in such a small place, right? 25,000, like, with all honesty, in bigger cities, more number of people stay in one area than this. And how much money you can make from such a small town, and where everybody knows everyone. So you cannot have very high charges. You need to be very considerate also when it comes to negotiation and bargaining. You cannot be like, I don't bargain, I will not reduce charges. Many times you have to do a lot of work as free of cost also, honestly, for a lot of so and so people, in your town. So because I practice in small town like Pachora for 18 years, so I know how the small town practices work. And then there are a few more dentists who are always ready to charge lesser and lesser as you become more and more famous and your practice goes to the next level, right? So how did you cope with all this, and what were few of the most powerful things that you implemented in your practice and that help you to grow your practice to this level?
सबसे पहले सर, मैं एक बात देना चाहता हूँ सब लोगों को कि यूज डॉक्टर सुजीत परदेसी सर टू ग्रो योर सेल्फ एंड योर प्रैक्टिस. You will not believe I had affirmation with that. I am using Dr. Sujit Pardesi sir to grow myself and my practice. और मैं एक साल तक को रीड करता. तो सबसे मेरा यही बोलना है कि यूज हिम एज मच एज. ये एक सबसे बड़ी टिप है आपकी प्रैक्टिस ग्रो करने के लिए. सेकेंड, मैंने जो बोला कि सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ज्वाइन करना, मैं एक्टिव नहीं था सोशली बिल्कुल. मैं सिर्फ क्लिनिक जाता था, पेशेंट करता था, घर पे आता था, कोई भी मुझे पहचानता नहीं. और आज ऐसी कंडीशन है जो सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मैंने ज्वाइन करके रखा है, और वहां पे आपकी जो लर्निंग है कि पॉलिटिक्स नहीं खेलना है, सबके साथ अच्छे से रहना है, उसमें वो अप्लाई करने के बाद एवरीबॉडी इज लाइक ही इज वेरी गुड पर्सन. एंड एक्चुअली आई एम. मैं स्टार्टिंग में वो मार्केटिंग के लिए करता था, बट मैं वैसे होते गया जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ लाइफ एक्सेल की लर्निंग की वजह से. एंड थर्ड वन इज चैरिटी. लाइफ में देना सीखो, ज्यादा गुना मिलेंगे. आप 1 रुपए दो, वो 10 रुपए देगा. ये सॉन्ग तो सुना होगा आपने. आप बोलते हो 5% आपके प्रॉफिट में से देना है, बट आपसे मैं इतना प्रभावित हुआ कि मैं मेरे अर्निंग्स में से, नॉट प्रॉफिट, अर्निंग्स में से 10% में मेरे चैरिटी में देता हूँ. जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि मेरे साथ फिजिकल जार है अपने, तो मैं मेरा चैरिटी का बॉक्स जो है वो साथ में रखता हूँ जब भी मैं ऑनलाइन सेशन में कहाँ पे चैरिटी का दिखाना है.
Oh, superb, superb, right? So, guys, networking, and networking all about, all the way, right? And charity, we were just talking about charity, in our inner circle masterclass, and this is the power. Trust me, I always say this. That's the nature's law. We listen to this so many times. The more you give, the more you receive, and you are not able to connect that. How is that possible? Okay, if I give money, actually, I will have lesser money. Okay, but it just doesn't work that way, trust me. The more you give, the more you receive. That's the nature's law. So I keep on saying this all the time in our sessions, that you should keep on doing charity. And those of you who do not know this, those of you who are not part of this wonderful community, let me tell you, this community okay, collectively has done a charity of more than 3.5 crore rupees in the last 3-4 years. Can you believe this? 3.5 crore plus charity. And that too, I'm talking about only those people who attend the sessions and report it, okay, whenever I ask them to. So imagine like there are 80% people who are consistently inconsistent, okay, in attending the session, and who might be doing charity, but they don't mention about it. They don't want to talk about it, or they are not present when I talk, I ask for the numbers. So it's such a powerful thing. Like imagine a community of dentists collectively doing a charity of like 3, 4, 5 crore rupees, okay, helping thousands of people in the process and changing so many lives around. So that's how we should all keep on doing. Okay. So I always talk about charity a lot. Wonderful. So, Tushar, once again, okay, without mentioning the numbers, actually, how much practice growth you saw, in these 4, 5 years, and most importantly, when the practice was growing, what used to come to your mind? Okay, because many times when you keep growing, you yourself are like, oh my God, is it possible? Can it happen? Am I doing something right? Will it last? Will it be temporary? And so on and so on. You go through a lot of thoughts, right? So, what was the thought process and what kind of growth you saw, just in percentage?
सर 2018 में जब मैंने डेंट एक्सेल कोर्स किया था उस बात से अब तक ऑलमोस्ट 7 to 8 times ग्रोथ है. बट एक सेशन में मैंने किसी का सुना था कि भाई मैंने 10x ग्रोथ नहीं दिखाया क्योंकि मेरे को 2x है. तो इसलिए ये एक्सेल कॉन में मैंने 4x के लिए अप्लाई किया था क्योंकि लास्ट एक्सेल कॉन लास्ट ऑनलाइन जो एक्सेल कॉन तब मैंने 2x के लिए अप्लाई किया. तो वो फंडा मैंने यहाँ पे अप्लाई किया. ऑलमोस्ट 7 to 8x ग्रोथ है मेरी. और जैसे थोड़ा सा आ जाता है ना कि 3-5x आ गया तो वापस कंफर्ट जोन में चला जाता है आदमी. मैं भी जाने लगा था बट दीज लाइव सेशन उसकी वजह से क्या हुआ कि भाई अपनी औकात में रह तू. तू सबसे ऊपर नहीं पहुंच चुका है अभी. तो वो ये सेशंस हमेशा अपडेट करते रहते हमको. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट.
Superb. Now, again, a very powerful share. Huh? Now, first of all, guys, give a big, big, big congratulations to Tushar in small town of 25,000 population and 7, 8 times practice. It's absolute mind-boggling, absolute unbelievable. Okay. So, yeah, please.
एक बात बोलना चाहता हूँ कि मेरी पॉपुलेशन जो है टाउन की वो 25,000 है. और मेरे पास अभी पूरा रिकॉर्ड है 10 साल का कि कितने पेशेंट्स मैंने किए हैं. तो आई हैव रिकॉर्ड्स ऑफ ऑलमोस्ट 20,000 पीपल. तो ऐसा है कि अभी हर घर घर में मैं पहुंच गया हूँ. वैसे घर घर में मोदी है ना, वैसे घर घर में तुषार हो गया आप.
Now, this is powerful. Guys, another powerful lesson of record keeping, isn't it? So, that's pretty good, actually. In fact, now imagine all of you practice dentistry, right? We practice in the cities and we still don't maintain the records of all our patients. Someone doing it in a small town. How many of you learned something? Type yes in the chat box. Okay, the power of okay, har ghar Dr. Tushar Darade. Kya baat hai? That's pretty powerful. And I like that affirmation also. I should also start, writing and practicing that affirmations. Use Sujit Pardeshi to grow. So I'll also do that. Okay. So wonderful. A very good thing that Tushar shared actually, that when you start growing, okay, like someone who used to make, say, like all of us go through this phase actually, X amount, and all of a sudden now you have 2, 3, 4x growth. You start seeing that money, and either you become arrogant, you become egoistic, or you become easy, you become casual, you go in the comfort zone, and then again you hit that stagnation. Okay. How many of you have gone through the phase of stagnation after the growth? Type me in the chat. Okay. And you hit that stagnation, but you should know that stagnation is the first sign of decline. Okay. Stagnation is the first sign of decline. Those of you who have grown your practice after being part of this community and now are stagnated simply because you are in the comfort zone, guys, here is the knock. Move out of it. It's the most dangerous place in this world. Your comfort zone is the most dangerous place in this world. Okay. So it's very, very important to keep growing. And as Tushar very rightly said, that the best way to do it is to be part of our live sessions. Okay. Because unless you keep on attending the live sessions again and again and again, you will never remain in this environment. If you are someone like, yeah, I attended his course, I watched the videos, and now I am done. No. The problem is you will be done with the knowledge part. You will never be done with this part. I always say this. The best way to grow the practice, the biggest secret to grow the practice is to work on yourself, not your practice. And working on yourself is never a one-time activity. Working on yourself is an all-time activity. It's a lifetime activity. And therefore, I always say this, you should always be L3. What is L3? Lifelong learner. There is no substitute for this. You should always be L3, lifelong learner. I want all of you to type L3 in the chat box. Okay? There is no substitute for this. And you will be L3 only if you will be in the environment of growth, of attending things, attending sessions, learning something new. If you don't have that hunger, you're done. Trust me, you already have hit your peak. And the only way to go from the top of Mount Everest is to go down. Okay. So be the lifelong learner, a very powerful thing that I liked. Okay. So keep on attending the live sessions. I'm so happy we are, like having the highest number of attendance today, actually, like in last so many ICMs, a very high attendance, and that's wonderful. And I'm so happy that, you people are here and you could listen to a very, very, very powerful and magnificent speaker X today, actually. But I want all of you to do one more thing. So even if you are not part of this community, guys, please jump in. Okay. If you are watching this on YouTube. Now, if you are part of this community, I want all of you to do one thing. Type I promise in the chat box and give a call to one of your friends at least, whether he is part of this community or not. Okay. Give a call to at least one of your friends and ask him or her to be active here. It's very, very important. Okay. Your rules of not having the recording has worked. Yes, 100%, because I don't want to give movies to people. Okay. This is not a Netflix जहाँ पे ICM का web series चल रहा है. You need to be alive in the live sessions if you want to transform your practice and life. There is no substitute for this. Okay. There is no substitute for this. So always, I want to, and see, so many of you have promised, huh? No matter who you are, you will at least call one of your fellow member and ask them to be active and take charge of their practice, take charge of their life and go to the next level. Okay. Yes, Tushar, your parting final thoughts and message to everyone.
Yes, sir. प्लीज बी लॉयल विथ योर स्पाउस. चरित्र पवित्र रखो, क्योंकि ये 4-5 साल में मैंने जितने भी बुक्स पढ़े ना, तो सब में सिर्फ एक ही चीज मेरे को समझ में आई कि बी लॉयल टू योर स्पाउस. तो सबको ये विनती है, आई हैड मेड मिस्टेक्स इन माय लाइफ, बट नाउ do that. And second one, be clear with your why in every aspect of your life. I proudly want to share with you all that I have got my permanent why for rest of my life, and I'm working on that direction. On working of wheel of life. Those who have done life excel ना, that knows what is wheel of life. और मैं सबको थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ. जो भी सर, आपको तो बस हेड्स ऑफ. आपने जो भी सिस्टम्स लगा के रखे हैं लाइफ एक्सेल में, एमडीएफ में, बड़ी सिस्टम्स में, मैंने दोनों बड़ी जो है हैदराबाद के डॉक्टर सुषमा और सहजैब डॉक्टर शहजानपुर से, उनको भी थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ. सब सुपर लीडर्स सबको थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ. वंस अगेन थैंक यू सो मच.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So, guys, this was powerful, isn't it? So, have a wonderful loyal relations with your spouse, and most importantly, keep growing constantly. Okay. And know your why. Know your why. Because I always say this, right? One of my mentors had taught me this thing. Bigger the why, clearer the why, easier the how. Okay. If you know what you're doing, why you're doing, things will become very, very simple and powerful for you. So, guys, with this, an absolute powerful Speaker X session comes to an end. Thank you so much, Tushar, once again. I'm so happy to see your growth. I'm so proud of you, and keep growing and keep inspiring everybody. Okay, so this is Dr. Sujit Pardeshi signing off from this Speaker X session. I will see you in the